Welcome to the Cougar Cast here at the Kokomo Post Sports. I'm your host, Jay Stevens, and this is the place to get all the information on what's going on inside the athletic department at IU Kokomo. And joining us for today's show once again is my guy, Grant Patterson. He is the SID at IUK, and he's been very busy this week with a lot of things going on with the sports, volleyball and women's basketball tipping off tonight, their home opener. But there was also a big hire at IUK, too.
Yeah, I'll say this. It's about time, Jay. Been operating as just a two athletic director, one head athletic director in Heather Hayes, myself as an assistant AD for communications, and we finally got that spot filled. It's hiring anybody is a long process. There's multiple hoops you got to jump through and stuff. But so nobody's necessarily nobody's fault. But yeah, we hired Alexa Roberts. She's a 2022, I believe, IU Kokomo alum, 4-year volleyball player under Heather Hayes. So familiar territory for Alexa, and that'll benefit us in a multitude of ways. We don't have to teach her to love IUK. She already does love IUK. She knows everything that we have to offer. She knows just how special of what we have going on is. Yeah. So she's no stranger to IU Kokomo. I myself had never met her, so just getting used to working with her the past 2 days. But yeah, not necessarily throwing her into the fire, but with volleyball and Coach Hayes on the road tonight, her and I will be running the show at women's basketball. So it'll be a nice, quick start to her tenure as our assistant AD for operations.
Any chance we can get her in here to kind of talk to her here on the show?
Yeah, why don't we shoot for next Tuesday?
I'm down with that.
Cool.
I'm also down with something that you guys did recently. I never talked to, I believe it's Traquan Spivey, but any promotion from within I am a fan of. Yeah. And he got promoted to being associate head coach for the men's basketball team?
Yeah, so that has to do with his years of service here. So he's already got 2 years of service. It has to go through HR, and HR obviously approved that. So congrats to Trey. He's a 5-year player here at IU Kokomo, not all under Eric Eckelbarger, but a majority of his career was under Coach Eckelbarger. He's the all-time leading scorer in men's basketball history. I believe the only man to score 2,000 points in program history.
Wow,
he's got 2,198. So, yeah, I'm not that big of a stat nerd. I just was writing about it today, so it's still in my head. But, yeah, Trey completely deserves this honor. He's been dedicated to our athletic department ever since he got here as a student-athlete, and that's continued to show in his work day in and day out. So, yeah, super happy for Traquan, and I'm excited to see what his future holds as a college basketball coach.
It's always fun seeing different companies, especially athletic departments, hire from within. I know people that are within there, sometimes they get a little uneasy when people go outside the department to hire. Sometimes it's needed. Yeah. Sometimes you can hire from within, and I'm glad the promotion came from within, and then it comes on the heels of, at least the announcement comes on the heels of a buzzer beater at Governor's State to pick up the first win of the season for the men's basketball team.
Yeah, it was big time. Took a 7-point halftime lead into the locker room at the break. Evan Kretz was balling out, had finished with 4 threes, I think, on the afternoon, and obviously his fourth being the biggest of the day. He corner three, I can't remember exactly how it happened. We were dealing with some stat issues and stuff with Governor State all weekend, so I was a bit busy, but it was impressive to say the least. Yeah. I think there was a rebound we got, and it was a set play out of bounds with like 7 seconds left. He was wide open in the corner. His man was helping all the way into the paint. It was a long pass to have to make. My hope was, all right, don't bounce it and accidentally bounce it out of bounds, because if you saw the video, you saw that it was a long pass for an under the basket out of bounds play. So for them to find Evan in the corner and for him to knock it down with a pretty big player flying in the air towards him and not allowing him to get a piece, a quick enough trigger, and to nail it with 0.3 seconds on the clock, all but win the game. I mean, they didn't even have enough time to really get a shot off, and it was a 3/4 court shot for Governor State, but man, one big-time way to enter the win column. We were down 1. It's not like this was a tie game with when he shot the ball. I mean, we were down 1, 76-75, and the 3 gave us a 2-point victory over Governor State. So we're not used to losing season openers either under Coach Eric Eckelbarger. So to see them bounce back in a big way, William Penn is an underrated squad after a tough year last year. We knew their coach would hit the transfer portal hard. He did just that, and he brought in some talent. So they took it to us a little bit on Friday, and then we took it to Governor State at times Saturday. I'm sure there were a bunch of things that Coach Eckelbarger, Coach Spivey, and Coach Lennon Hardy would like to improve upon and see them clean up, but plenty of time to do that as they're back in action this Friday at Taylor.
If you want to watch that video of the shot that I think it's Kretz hit, I believe it's on the men's basketball Instagram and also on Twitter for IUK, so you can go back there and check it. That's where I saw it both places, and I had to rewatch it the second time I saw it on a different app. I'm like, it's basketball season, baby. I mean, Purdue played last night. Yeah. We're all getting excited about that kind of stuff. We're also getting excited because with it being basketball season, the women's basketball team, their home opener is this week.
Yeah, home opener is this week against Holy Cross on Tuesday evening. I think it'll be a winnable game. A Holy Cross team that won on our home floor last year. It was a close game. New head coach at the helm of the program for us, and Lisa Pfluger, a local product. I normally say product for student athletes, but it still stands true for the coaches. I'm a local product. She's a local product. So I'm excited to see what she can do. I'm excited to see the local support show up on Tuesday night for that matchup with Holy Cross. But overall, just excited for these girls after a tough start to the season. You play two really good teams, obviously one in exhibition, but you play on the road at Indiana Wesleyan, number 3 in the NAIA, and probably could compete against a multitude of D1s and high-level D2s. Then you go on the road and play Ball State in an exhibition. Yes, those stats don't matter, but it was a great learning experience for the girls. I was impressed with how they backed down. I shot Lisa Pfluger a text, our head coach, after the game on my way back home from Muncie last Wednesday, and man, I even told our athletic director, Heather Hayes, I was completely impressed with the way that we never backed down from any challenge in the game. We know that they're going to be bigger than us, being a Division I program, transfers from the likes of Texas A&M and Wisconsin. We will never compete with that. It's just a fact of the matter. It's not easy for us to compete with that. But man, to compete the way we did, put up the points that we did, plenty of bright spots from that game for sure, and I'm excited to see where Coach Pfluger takes them from here.
I'm also excited to see what's going on this week with the volleyball team. This is on the heels of them picking up their 20th straight win. There were wins last week against Brescia, and then the senior day win over Oakland City. I believe there were 6 seniors that got recognized. We talked about them with soccer and volleyball last week, but with the volleyball team, I believe they're a week away from the start of their conference tournament. There's no home matches this week, so people looking to get out and watch the volleyball team, there's nothing. Unfortunately, got to wait a week from now to do that. But being able to pick up those wins, those are both sweeps. You're building confidence. Now, I understand it's conference play, and you've been running through everybody. But still, sweeps and wins help you build confidence late in the season. Yeah,
we had been given a pair of tough home matches the week before last with Rio Grande and Shawnee State on consecutive days. Both managed to take a set from us. So a little bit of unfamiliar territory for Coach Heather Hayes' squad, but it's good to get that experience in, playing closer matches as we move into postseason play next week. Last week was a little less challenging against a Brescia squad and an Oakland City squad that we were able to sweep handily in both matches. But most importantly, we honored our 7 seniors as well as Kaylee Lyons. Kaylee was the first member of the 3,000 assist, 1,000 dig in her career club for IU Kokomo volleyball. So that obviously makes her the first with 3,000 assists. So shout out to Kaylee Lyons. She's I was going to say member of the show, but she was a participant on the show earlier this fall. You guys got to hear from her. But Coach Heather Hayes really runs a great senior day. I've always been impressed with that. We honor him a little bit with a little script read in front of the crowd before the match, but then after the match, it's more of an intimate ceremony where coach, the players, their best friends on the team, they all get up and speak about their seniors. So remarkable senior class, thankful for all they've done, and it also shows the level of education that we have at IU Kokomo, and that 3 of our girls were graduating early in 3 years as juniors.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. I did not know that accomplishment for them. I am also looking forward to, speaking of conference tournament, next week is for volleyball, but this week it's the soccer team is right here. They're on full display. Normal regular season. It's win and keep on moving in the conference tournament, and I believe that starts Wednesday and it's on the road. Yeah,
Wednesday will be a team left this morning. The team is on the road to West Virginia Tech, WVU Tech that is. So they'll be on the road. They'll be competing tomorrow, and I believe it's Daniels or Beckley. Either way, they're about 5-10 minutes down the road. West Virginia. I know what WVU Tech is located in Beckley, but they'll be playing at a YMCA complex out there, beautiful turf field. Played out there earlier this fall. We know this is a winnable quarterfinal match. We finished in a 0-0 draw with the Golden Bears. So sneak one back, obviously sneak one behind the goalkeeper, and then pack in the back line is your obvious thought, but I'm not as much of a soccer mind.
This man's trying to take Sohayla's job.
So
and if she's
Sohayla's probably
watching it, she's like, what are you doing? Don't take my job from me.
Yeah, but she's probably got a much better strategy than that because there's a reason why I'm the SID and not the soccer coach. But yeah, you know that you can keep this team from scoring.
Yeah.
Go back and do it again. What better things can we do offensively? What can we do defensively to be even better than we were last time? And then that sets you up for, if we're able to win Wednesday, we'll have a showdown at number 1 seed Oakland City Saturday afternoon.
I want to go back real quick to volleyball because I want to give people a little heads up about when they will be playing or might play. I don't want to say what's going to happen or predict anything.
They will be playing though next week.
They will be playing next week. When will they play for sure? And if they win, when might they play? Yeah,
so we will be hosting every bit of the conference tournament as long as we are able to win next Tuesday. So the conference tournament will kick off next Tuesday. We will host a squad from the other division, the East Division of the RSC. That'll just be one singular match Tuesday night. The 4 quarterfinal matches will take place throughout different campus sites. And then Friday, we will host the 2 semifinal matches. So 4 teams remaining come Friday. We'll host the 2 semifinal matches. Should be around 5 and 7 the next Friday.
Okay.
And then that Saturday, we'll host the conference championship match at noon. So I believe that's the 12th, the 15th, and the 16th of November.
It's pretty good, man.
Yep.
Oh, that your mind, those numbers work very, very well. Is the cost in that to get in different than a regular season match?
Nope, we'll keep it the exact same. It'll be $7 for a match. We may do something for the Friday match in terms of you're getting a little more bang for your buck with 2 matches. So we may raise the Friday to $10. It makes it $5 a match, a little cheaper than what we normally pay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
still a good deal.
We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there next week. But for sure, Tuesday night's match will be $7 to get in. So Tuesday the 12th, know you've got a home postseason volleyball match, and these crowds are already raucous the way they are for regular season matches. Imagine what they will be like for a postseason match.
If you guys can't tell, Grant and I went through a lot of stuff in this show, and it seemed like we just kind of breezed right through it. There's just been a lot of stuff going on at IUK with multiple sports. Did we forget anything, Grant?
I'd say the other biggest thing that we have going on this week, nothing at home. The only home sporting event we have this week is women's basketball on Tuesday night with Holy Cross. But cross country, in a way, they're not ending their season because I have the utmost confidence in them to be able to either send members of the team as individuals advancing to nationals, or maybe even we advance a men's or women's cross country team. You never know what can happen at the conference meet. But yeah, men's and women's cross country will close out their season unless they are able to advance as a team or individuals. They will close out their season Saturday in Evansville, Indiana at the River States Conference Championship meet. That'll be held at Angel Mounds. So a little bit of a historical site there. Angel Mounds Invitational we competed in earlier this year. We've been there, seen the course, competed on the course. So hopefully some fast PR type times out of our distance Cougars.
I really appreciate Grant coming on the show and just having the knowledge to just dump out all the numbers from the stats with Traquan and then the accomplishments of Kaylee Lyons. He's just dumping stuff out. And I'm like, how do you know that? He's just got that stuff ingrained. It gets implanted in his brain. I appreciate Grant for coming on the show. He is the SID, as we call him, over there at IUK. And looking forward to getting able to get Alexa on the show next week. And then people know with cross country, we try to filter the athletes in every now and then. If anybody qualifies for nationals, Josh Colvin already said they're able to come into the studio and be on the show. We always have fun with that. So if you're looking forward to that, I am too. This has been the Cougar Cast. We're up out of here. I'm done rambling. We'll see you next time.